Hey guys, Be Twice here. Today is Thursday, June 10th. Hope you all had a good trading day today. Um, as called yesterday, and what I've actually been calling just about every day, is that we broke all-time highs on SPY. It was kind of obvious that it was coming, but now we're going to look at where we could potentially be going from here because we did kind of blow off the top today, which is kind of concerning. So let's go over everything real quick. So I added some more lines to the chart, and I add this red line on the 420 level. We'll talk about that in a second. But basically, what I'm seeing is that we still had a 1, 2. We're popping up for 3. So I still do think that further extension is favored here in the 424, 425, 426 range. We could see another little pullback. So I do think we'll go up tomorrow and pull back a little bit. Um, Ultimately catch support one more time here at all-time highs and then rally up for to finish off our wave 5, which is our blue wave 3. Once we get to the 428 430 level, I do then see us at least a 3 swing down to go find the 4. It's going to be a pretty decent sized drop when that does occur. Now mind you, that could happen now, and that's why I'm saying what happened today at open where we kind of blew off the top concerns me a little bit. And so I hope you guys either took some profits today, tightened up your stop losses, or are hedging appropriately because technically speaking, with what all we've seen, we could have topped today, and this blue 3 could almost be here, meaning that we finished our 5 wave move, we finished off, and now ultimately we're going to be heading lower now. So let's talk about these levels a little bit. So I drew this one yesterday. So this is our all-time high level. Obviously, we can see we broke it. Now we're kind of hovering at that. So this is a pretty strong resistance. Obviously, you guys have probably seen the large swings today. A pretty big fight between buyers and sellers, and it's just going to matter who comes out on top, right? So. Right now, obviously, we need to get above this level and stay above this level and hold it. If we dip from here, which is entirely possible, we still could come down and rally up to get back above it, but it would concern me if we go too much lower from here because of what we saw at open where it was kind of the blow off top move. So that could be the end right there, but we'll see what happens. So the other line I drew was this red line at 420. Yesterday I talked about how I would use this purple line as my stop loss. Now that we saw the action we did today, and I'm saying I think that you should tighten up, I would actually change my stop loss to be this red line, which is 420. If we break this 420 level, this support, I would definitely get out. As you can kind of see going back, we've kind of hovered around it. It's been, pretty strong resistance going back for some months now. So with that being said, if we do break this to the downside, that's a huge, huge red flag. That would put us really back into this white wave 4 territory, which would lead me to believe that we topped here. So time will tell. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but obviously, I still do think we favor a little bit more upside. But being this high in the count, we want to be super careful and take some money off the table, or at least watch it real closely. So now let's look at QQQ. All right, so same thing. I add some more levels. So we'll talk about this real quick. I do still think this is what I drew yesterday. We pulled back as I expected. This was, I think, in pre-market, if I'm not mistaken. We pulled back, and then we rallied up off that inflation news. Um, I do think we're going to go a little bit higher up for this 3, pull back for a 4, go up for a 5, and that's going to put us in the 345 range. From the 345 range, we'll do a little bit of pullback, and then ultimately I think we're going to go till 350. Um, but just like with SPY earlier, we had that blow off at the very beginning, but the Nasdaq was able to correct and actually finish a little bit higher than where it was in the morning when it dumped, which was a pretty strong move. Plus, obviously, Nasdaq is showing strength again, which is a pretty good thing. So we could potentially see the Nasdaq carry SPY even higher as well, and that's what I'm expecting us to see. So what I drew here was this blue line. This blue line just basically it's basically the resistance that we're sitting at right now. As you can see, we've kind of struggled at this resistance in the past, so we need to get above it and stay above it. This gold line is the all-time high line for QQQ, so obviously we're going to struggle there as well. And that's what makes me think that our wave 3 is going to end right around that level for a pullback. And on that pullback, it's going to be at what I think is a bear trap, and then we're going to have another impulse up to break through all-time highs. Um, but technically, with what we saw today, we still could have ended here and we could go lower. So I've added this red line. I don't think I had this red line on here yesterday. So this red line that I'm showing right here, obviously, is the top of my red wave 1. if we do not hold this support right at this 335, 336 range, if we go beneath it at all, I'm out because this tells me that we've peaked and we're going back down. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully tomorrow's another good day and we can all make some money, but we got to be careful up at these high wave counts. So if you guys like these videos, go ahead and hit a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.